plus 2 is 4, right? And 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay. What the f is this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bruh. The death of a showgirl, the life of a capitalist. That's what I think this album honestly should be called. I have been a Taylor Swift fan for an incredibly long time, right the way back to debut. I've met her, been to every tour, bought every album. I've been a big fan the whole time. And I'm sure I'm going to get called an absolute hater by some people because I've dared to express an opinion that criticises their love and idol. However, this album to me is incredibly problematic. I've woken up this morning to see that we've already got the dressing room version, the going out for a walk version, the sitting on the toilet version of various different songs. However, more and more in the comment sections at the moment, it seems to be going down the route of course you didn't understand the concept of the album, you didn't go and see the film. Of course you don't understand the concept of the album, you didn't read the poetry across the 6 vinyls. Of course you didn't. You didn't go and listen to the podcast, that footballers podcast. You didn't tune in and do XYZ. It's starting to become microtransactional. I feel like we've crossed a line within this fandom that needs to be called out, and the capitalism of it all now for me holds greater weight. This is one of the albums of all time, isn't it? You know, whatever it is. But the fact that people are now saying, oh, but to truly understand it, you have to go and see the film. No! I'm not gonna go and see the goddamn film. I'm not gonna pay for an album and then go and do a microtransaction to go to the cinema to go and watch a film to try and understand the album that I've already paid for. This is not DLC, this is not downloadable content. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is getting obscene at the moment. The fact that it has not even been 24 goddamn hours and there already are like 6 different versions of this album, it's knackering.
The word "tized" has been used in a Taylor Swift song. Yeah, there are too many allusions to Travis's in that song. One time would have been okay, but it's too many. Like, it's not clever, it's corny. Great. So you wanted us to know that Travis has a big at what cost? Your dignity? I don't need to catch the bouquet to know a hard rock is on the way. Girl, get up. These lyrics are atrocious. Gross. This is giving me the ick.
Why do you hoes act like if you ain't in no relationship, you gon' die? Y'all be weak in the knees. Stand up! Stand up!
But I'm not a black, and I'm not a savage, but I'm scared that you might cheat on me with the black hood.
At what point are we going to leave Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend Kayla Nicole alone? These nasty comments really bother me. I'm terrified to read my DMs. I'm terrified to read the comments because I don't want to be triggered. And this comes just days after Taylor Swift mentioned her in her recent album in a song called Opalite. Where the lyrics read, "You couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were there for real, she was in her phone, and you were just a pose."
A few moments later.
Kayla has come out with her Halloween costume as Toni Braxton singing "He Wasn't Man Enough."
What a mess.
The Taylor Swift Charli XCX drama explained. Back in 2018, Charli XCX and Taylor Swift were friends, even the opening performer for all 50 of Taylor's Reputation shows. In 2019, in an interview with Pitchfork, Charli was asked about Taylor Swift, and she said, "I'm really grateful that Taylor asked me to be on that tour. But as an artist, it kind of felt like I was getting up on stage and waving at 5-year-olds. Cut to 2023, and Taylor Swift starts dating the lead singer of the 1975 Matty Healy. And at the same time, Charli XCX is dating the drummer of the 1975 George Daniels. Charli XCX drops her album Brat with a song called Sympathy is a Knife. In the song, she says, "This one girl taps my insecurities, don't know if it's real or if I'm spiraling. Don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's shows. Fingers crossed behind my back, I hope they break up quick." Now fans think that Taylor Swift clapped back with her song Actually Romantic. She said, "I heard you called me boring Barbie when you brave. Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face."
Oh no. Anyway, last week...
So Selena Gomez is being dragged every which way on Twitter right now. Selena Gomez and Benny got married a little bit over a week ago. People just don't understand why Francia, the actress who gave Selena Gomez her kidney, wasn't at the wedding.
Talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven.
You know, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven, okay? I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven.
If you had to name the devil for you, the biggest devil among them?
That would be me.
Why do this now?
Why?
Why? Because there's an assumption that you are doing this because the child support ended with Britney.
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Britney called your memoir hurtful, exhausting, and accused you of gaslighting her.
I'm sorry that she feels that way, but that's not it. If I have to be the bad guy to try and get help for my son's mother, then I'll be the bad guy.
And that's just how I felt.
Really?
She's explaining it to you.
Yeah, I'm just saying really.
If dancing is therapy for her, great. But to the extreme, sometimes that it is, makes it clear that there's issues there.
How do the boys deal with that?
The boys have learned to just completely avoid it at all costs. They don't look at it.
I'm like just jealous. Like, why the f does he get to do this? Or why is his life working out and my life feels like it's in shambles?
Wow.
She doesn't want me to share too much of our relationship, but like I can really be dismissive, like really not be sensitive. Sometimes it's not because I want to, it's just I'm distracted.
God, please never send me a man like that. Period. Never. Hashtag. I pray that love never meets me.
I'm just a guy. I can be really impatient, sensitive, and just forgive myself because God forgives me. He's given me another chance. He's not like, get your shit together.
Coco, when mommy says stop, you say okay. I'm just a baby. But you still had to say okay, mom. I'm just a baby.
Vania, what's new with you? So you know how we have an AI minister, right? Yeah, which is already weird. Are you gonna tell me something weirder? Yeah, I am. Our Prime Minister, Eddie Rama, said that our AI minister is now pregnant.
You serious?
Well, he said that they're not real babies. Well, obviously, but what did he mean then? He said that those 83 babies are AI assistants. They will assist the 83 members of Albania's Socialist Party.
Wow. Okay.
It wasn't enough that you had an AI minister. You replaced 83 assistant jobs with an AI assistant. Well, yeah, but it's to fix the corruption that's going on in the country. Or at least that's what the Prime Minister said. And at this point, you're going to be the first country taken over by robots.
Yep.
How do you rate your chances of winning the Nobel Peace Prize tomorrow?
I made 7 deals and now it's 8. Whatever they do is fine. I didn't do it for that. I did it because I saved a lot of lives. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't do anything. They gave it to Obama for doing absolutely nothing. He got the Nobel Prize for doing nothing. They should give me the Nobel Prize. Everyone says that I should get the Nobel Peace Prize. I had so many people, you should get the Nobel Prize. I was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. I got the Nobel Peace Prize nomination. I got nominated for the Nobel Prize. Where's my Nobel Peace Prize they don't talk about? A Peace Prize Nobel nomination, and they didn't cover it. And I don't care, but I'm not looking for it. I'm not politicking for it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of unfairness in this world.
Hello, Bozo.
The Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 goes to Maria Corina Machado.
Sorry.
The Nobel Peace Prize. Your thoughts?
Oh, now you can't speak English.
Person who actually got the Nobel Prize called me and said, I'm accepting this in honor of you because you really deserved it. A very nice thing to do. I didn't say then give it to me, though. I could have said
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Sean Combs is behind bars, sentenced to 4 years in prison for transporting women and male escorts across state lines for prostitution.
Finally. One of the jurors told us Combs got off easy. 10 years would have been more appropriate.
No shit.
Look at what the Bad Bunny Rabbit stands for. We need a cultural correction.
What does that mean?
They're just trying to shove woke ideology down America's throat, courtesy of Jay-Z and Obama.
Okay.
You tell me, Whit, whether this is an active middle finger to all of MAGA and the right wing.
Get over yourself.
You know, I remember watching the Super Bowl last year and seeing Kendrick Lamar perform.
Yeah, so what's your point?
And I remember thinking if my grandparents were still alive, like, what would they think about watching this?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Like, can't you put people on who actually, like, represent true American values?
What do you mean by that?
I would take Roseanne singing the national anthem again over this guy.
Well, this is gonna hurt like a mother.
As far as ICE being at the Super Bowl, as far as I'm aware, there's no tangible plan for that.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, we'll be all over that place. People should not be coming to the Super Bowl unless they're law-abiding Americans who love this country.
más que un logro mío, es un logro de todos, demostrando que nuestra huella y nuestra aportación en este país nadie nunca la podrá sacar ni borrar. If you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
They're in the hood ghetto in Rio, and Sony hadn't paid the gangsters. They had to be helicoptered out of there.
Love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me. If you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire?
Why?
This love is forever, even after you take his family to court. Rob liked it.
China, what's new with you? We made a law that says if an influencer wants to talk about law, medicine, education, finance, that person must have a degree in that topic. And what would happen if they talk about those topics but they don't have a degree? The platforms that the influencers will be on will be fined 100,000 yuan. That's like $14,000. Yeah, people can't talk about sensitive topics if they don't know what they're talking about.
Thank you! The country's 5th Prime Minister in 2 years, quitting less than a month into his tenure.
I don't know, I just don't think this is like great for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it. But don't you think any job interview...
A few moments later.
Emmanuel Macron pulled Sébastien Lecornu back into the office of Prime Minister on Friday, naming him again just days after Lecornu quit the job.
Meanwhile, Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m, the Louvre was robbed of 9 precious objects. The robbery took place in the Apollo Gallery. 4 masked assailants, one of which we do know for certain was dressed up as a construction worker, used a basket lift to get up into the Apollo Gallery windows via the Seine side of the Louvre. We know for certain that one of them was dressed in high-vis. This is actual footage of the crime taking place. They threatened security guards in the room with angle grinders before turning those angle grinders on to the jewelry casings. Louvre agents were alerted to the crime by the casing security system, but by the time they had arrived, the robbers left using the same window and the same basket lift, which they then attempted to burn before escaping on motorbikes, but not before dropping and damaging Empress Eugenie's crown.
Nearly 1,000 people trapped on Tibet's eastern slope of Mount Everest. While some have already been rescued, many still reportedly stuck at an altitude of 16,000 feet.
You know the trip to Mount Everest takes 2 months, from top to tail. Apparently it's very expensive, $50,000 to $100,000. You may or may not make it. People be dying on Mount Everest. On the trail going to the top, it's full of bodies.
Nigeria and China have just struck a trade deal cutting out the US dollar.
You can't do that.
The deal is a 2 trillion naira and a 15 billion UN currency swap, meaning that businesses can now pay in either naira or yuan between both countries' central banks instead of the US dollar.
Interesting.
Nigeria is just one of the many countries joining the de-dollarization trend, with countries such as Russia, Brazil, and Saudi Arabia trying to de-dollarize.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed? This deal alone does not end the US dollar's dominance. However, if more African countries follow suit, we could see the biggest global currency shift in decades.
One-sided beef that Glo has with Megan Thee Stallion continues. So she is currently being dragged on Twitter because she brought EJ, Megan Thee Stallion's former stylist, to the game where her man was playing. That's your friend. Why are you hooking up with the enemy? If y'all know anything about Megan Thee Stallion and Killon, which is her best friend / hairstylist, her and Killon go everywhere together, even the basketball games. So the girls on Twitter started putting 2 and 2 together and was like, damn, she got her own Killon in it. But he responded and said, you ain't no Killon. Now here go Glo being messy. Someone posted this on Twitter and it says, we all know she started being bitter after she was outsold by Glorilla. Glorilla liked this. Social media also called EJ and Glo out, insinuating that they're trying to be like Megan and Killon.
Basically, people just do a lot of the same shit I do, and I'm just like, can you not?
Kim Kardashian just dropped one of the most ridiculous products I've ever seen. Her brand Skims launched a new underwear collection inspired by fake hair on a thong.
What is this? For what? Why?
They do come in 12 different shades and textures. I think the craziest thing about this is that they are being sold for $32, and on top of that, they sold out in less than a day. Like, who the hell bought these?
Hi, I'm Izzy and I bought the Skims book. Oh my god.
What the fuck is that?
If you've been wondering what this whole Group 7 thing is, here's the breakdown. It all started with Sophia James, a 26-year-old singer who was on American Idol. She's been posting a series of TikToks to promote her new song, So Unfair. By the time she got to her 7th video, the one where she's literally lying down and saying, if you're watching this, you're in Group 7, the internet just ran with it.
Okay, so you getting it? I'm getting it. I don't get it.
We have some more insight into the yachting industry, this time thanks to a disgruntled madam. A woman known as Maybach May on Instagram expressed her frustration with rapper Saweetie on her Instagram stories. She claimed that Saweetie owed her money for activities that she organised on Saweetie's behalf. She posted a video of Saweetie in a car in what appears to be Lagos, Nigeria, with the caption, "Hey Saweetie, let me know how you want to play this. I'm either going to receive my money from you or I can start addressing some of them rumours." Rumour currently going around about Saweetie is that she hooked up with Cardi B's husband, Offset, while they were still together. She continued, "We spent almost a month in Africa. Should have known I wasn't going to let you play me out my money."
Cash at me right now.
This lady was arranging for Saweetie to travel the world to get with people's husbands for cash. She even provided text message receipts. Saweetie said, "When girls run it up on Jaden, how much they doing in a weekend?" Apparently, Jaden is known as a generous king in these circles.
A few moments later.
This morning, demolition day at the White House as construction for President Trump's 90,000 square foot ballroom ramps up.
You did this for what?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why though?
It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it.
Alright, slide.
President Trump insisting it's entirely funded through private donations. The president claiming, without providing any evidence, that he's paying for some of it himself.
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
But Democrats are slamming the ballroom's construction amid a 3-week government shutdown and calling for President Trump to stop.
And not to mention, I mean, are you fucking kidding me? This guy wants to create a ballroom for his rich friends?
No. Well, yes.
While completely turning a blind eye to the fact that babies are going to starve when the SNAP benefits end in just hours from now?
I don't care.
SNAP has never run out of funds in its 60-year history, even during past shutdown.
Gee, how could that have happened?
The money's there, and Trump has said, don't spend a dime. We want to use hungry people as hostages.
Meanwhile.
Don't take Tylenol if you're pregnant, and when the baby is born, don't give it Tylenol.
There's 2 studies that show children who are circumcised early have double the rate of autism. And it's highly likely because they're given Tylenol.
Okay.
Jamaica had braced itself for the storm of the century, breaking records.
Nothing is going to be able to withstand that kind of force.
Meanwhile.
Bumbo clock! God, look there! Yo! They got them flying! Bumbo clock!
God have mercy upon us.
Now, how about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
New fallout from a racist and violent group chat involving leaders of some young Republican groups, as reported by Politico, in which they say members muse about using gas chambers against political opponents. I'm ready to watch people burn now.
Call the police. We need to call the police.
Another describing rape as epic.
Are you crazy? Madness has entered your brain. Mental illness, which one is it? Which one is it?
The chat includes anti-Semitic comments and racial slurs against Black, Latino, Asian people, and other epithets used more than 250 times.
A few moments later.
The reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive stupid joke, is cause to ruin their lives.
Meanwhile.
So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out.
in hell. Call their employer.
He's a fucking imbecile. You absolute buffoon. You look fucking stupid here.
Young Miami says Tyla stole her unreleased song. To me, the songs don't sound the same. The theme is similar. It gets a little tricky because Young Miami says she played the song for Tyla.
US President Donald Trump is threatening to send military forces into Nigeria unless the government stops what he called the killings of Christians by terrorists.
Thousands of Christians have been targeted and killed, but the nuance is so have Muslims, and so have those who are not religious at all. The group which these reports cite the most often, which are carrying out these attacks, is called Boko Haram. That doesn't mean they're the only ones, but the most cited. Now, for those unfamiliar, it's essentially a militant jihadist organization that have an ultimate goal of establishing an Islamic state under Sharia law. And they have targeted Christians for their faith in churches, places of worship, but they've also targeted Muslims for, quote, not being Muslim enough. They've also targeted police, military, government. And in fact, according to the United Nations, they've killed more than 40,000 people and displaced more than 2 million since 2009.
Man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Nobody asked you how to bitch ass thing. You better shut the fuck up before I knock your fucking head off your shoulders, old ugly ass bitch.
I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief.
Meanwhile,
why don't he do something about the South Sudanese who are being genocided right now? Why is he ignoring the child in the Congo art since he cares so much about black people? Let me tell you why. Because it's being carried out by Arabs from the United Arab Emirates, who is the #1 military supplier of weapons to the Arabs of the UAE, Donald Trump's government.
Drake's defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group has just been dismissed. The court decided that Kendrick's bars, including that infamous certified PDF line, are protected under free speech as part of rap battle culture, known for exaggeration, insult, and lyrical warfare, not literal accusations.
Katy and Justin Trudeau just hard-launched in Paris, making it official. They're a couple.
You may have seen the headline, NASA scientists confirm the Earth has a second moon. And that headline isn't totally true.
I'm listening.
It's true that they confirmed we have a new quasi-moon, but a quasi-moon is not a real moon. What it is an asteroid that orbits the sun in sync with Earth.
Oh. Okay.
The front part of your brain is less active than it should be.
That just can't be. I gotta get on a plan to really figure this out.
Come on, brain. Think of things. Come on, brain.
7 million Americans took to the streets protesting what many called an abuse of power by President Trump. They are all part of the No Kings movement, which accuses the president of behaving more like a monarch than an elected official.
Yep.
Donald Trump has attacked me on social media, posting an AI video on Truth Social of him flying a jet, dropping feces on me, specifically, and millions of other Americans protesting. They are terrified of us. They see the No Kings protest. They see more and more Americans fed up with what Donald Trump is doing, and they simply can't handle it.
Sharing another video, first posted by Vice President J.D. Vance, showing Trump placing a crown on his head.
Be nice. I'm finding it. It take you that long to find it? It does.
Mr. Cuomo, what do you say to the 13 women that you sexually harassed?
Oh, now you can't speak English.
The cases were dropped.
Okay.
This is not a job for a first-timer.
What I don't have in experience, I make up for in integrity. And what you don't have in integrity, you could never make up for in experience.
He got cooked.
Will become the first Muslim mayor of the city and its youngest in more than a century.
Cheers to that, motherfucker.
Buckingham Palace says that King Charles has started the process to strip Prince Andrew of his title. Andrew will no longer be known as a prince following renewed scandal linked to Jeffrey Epstein.
Do you think you've truly been loved?
No.
And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have.
Interesting. Interesting.
I learned it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
They don't have it in them.
Oh, really?
That sucks.
J-Lo's comments on the interview clearly did not sit right with her first ex-husband, Ohani Noah. Let people know that you are the problem. You should be embarrassed and ashamed of yourself.
Huda, why are we laughing at a racial slur that was directed at one of your co-stars?
Hello?
Whoa, hey.
Yo, I turned that shit off.
Hey.
Yo, what the fuck? What did they say?
First of all, both of their responses were disgusting. Like, why are you laughing? Especially since Louis is black, Huda has a mixed race daughter, and she's already been accused of only caring about racism when it affects her, especially since she never made that post addressing the racism that her fans were throwing at Olandria.
Bitch, the door. Ariana Grande is going after another married man. What, again? Has she not learned? She has to be stopped. She's a homewrecker. Who is it? Right? It's awful. It's Aaron Taylor Johnson. Now let's think about this for a second. What? She's ruining a relationship. She's home wrecking. Is it home wrecking or is it home remodeling? Are you getting what I'm putting down here? What? What are you talking about? Have you seen his wife? Have you seen the Crypt Keeper? That is awful. You know, I can't believe you. Whoa! Wow! Oh, well, I mean, he was 23 when he got married. She was 46. Twice his age, and we did nothing. We were at fault for this. Why didn't anybody stop? What in the child protector? What in the group? Ariana, I'm gonna need you to tap in. She's using her evil powers for good. Finally, this is her atonement. The council will let this pass.
Folks, you need to check this out. We just sent our kids to bed. This Jurassic World was still playing, and we came across this. Oh my gosh! Look at this! Look at this!
I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows.
When you're trying to decide. I'm not gonna be here.
Tremendously blessed and honored tonight to be able to introduce to you very, very dear friend and his wife.
Ooh. Oh, and he would then share.
No one will ever replace my husband.
No.
But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD Vance.
Oh, really?
They are trying to replace Usha Vance with Erica Kirk because Erica Kirk and JD Vance is their Christian nationalist wet dream, and you won't convince me otherwise. What is this? This body language? When did we start putting our hands up in the hair of our friends when we hug? Yeah, no, you don't. This is weird. Oh, and then there's this one. JD, why are your hands so low? There's no reason for them to be on her hips, but there they are. And if you're not convinced yet that they're trying to replace her with Erica Kirk, this is him when asked by a student about him and his wife's difference in like their religious beliefs, and he ends it with this.
Do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way.
He wants her to fall in line. He wants her to be a Christian nationalist just like him. And if he can't convince her, he'll find a new one.
Is about power, proximity, association, and the assertion of an alliance. This is marking territory. This is claiming. This is making sure that their names are spoken in the same sentence so that we get used to the idea of their alliance. You see, in this case, there's a mutual grift. JD Vance has the power that Erica Kirk wants, and Erica Kirk has the platform and the people that JD Vance wants. It is the same reason that royals marry their cousins, to consolidate power and prevent threats to their throne.
Happy Halloween, kids. And remember, say thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
What started with one person in an inflatable frog costume has now become a full-blown protester trend. The so-called Portland Frog appeared during nightly protests outside the city's Immigration and Customs Enforcement building, and demonstrations have continued for months. In a viral video, footage shows ICE agents pepper spraying the frog through their inflatable costume. Political commentator Ed Krasenstein shared the video on X, asking, "Is this really what you guys consider to be domestic terrorists?"
Breaking news, hundreds of apps and websites are down right now after a major worldwide internet outage. Government websites, banks, social media platforms, gaming networks, crypto exchanges. We do know the root cause of all of this, and it seems to be Amazon Web Services in the United States. That's basically Amazon's cloud computing division, which is used by millions of large companies around the world.
Oh, Wi-Fi's down.
No.
This is Neo, the world's first consumer-ready humanoid robot. The goal of Neo is to do our chores.